Have you ever wondered how, from just one familiar coconut, people have managed to turn it into hundreds of products found all around the world? From the sunny and windy coastlines of the Philippines to the vast green forests of Indonesia and the fertile villages of India and Sri Lanka, the coconut tree has long stood as a symbol of life. It not only offers refreshing sweetness on a hot summer day, but also carries within it a magical journey. From planting, nurturing, and harvesting, to the sophisticated processing inside modern factories. What makes the coconut tree so special is that nothing goes to waste. Every layer of its shell, every fiber of its husk, every drop of its water, and every piece of its flesh holds value. From coir mats covering floors to coconut shell bowls on dining tables to pure coconut oil or coconut shell charcoal used in medicine, all of it comes from what seems like a simple fruit. Across the planet, coconuts are not only the source of income for millions of farmers, but also a cultural thread woven into the identity of many tropical nations. And today, let us follow this fascinating journey, from a tiny seedling to a source of life that spreads across the globe. I believe that by the end of this video, you will never look at a coconut the same way again. Coconut growers in the United States, especially in Florida and Hawaii, usually get started by going straight into the process as follows. They dig a hole about 24 to 31 inches deep, with a diameter of nearly 31 inches, so that the young roots have enough room to develop. The soil that has been dug out is mixed with well-rotted manure or organic compost to add humus and beneficial microorganisms. A layer of this mixed soil is spread across the bottom of the hole, creating a soft cushion to help the roots take hold more quickly. If there are weeds on the surface, they are cleared away, and the edges of the hole are kept neat to prevent collapse during watering. A ring of decomposed organic fertilizer is then sprinkled around the bottom of the hole, but never touching the sprouting nut directly, followed by a thin layer of soil on top to prevent the roots from being scorched as the coconut begins to germinate. The goal is to create a moist, loose, and well-aerated environment without waterlogging. The seed coconut is placed either horizontally or at a slight angle, with the sprout facing upward and the eye of the coconut positioned just below the surface so that the young shoot can break through easily. The nut is rotated so that the sprouting crack is not pressed down against the soil. It is centered in the hole so that, as the tree grows, the trunk will have even space all around it. Soil is then filled in up to the shoulder of the nut and lightly pressed to remove large air pockets, but not compacted too tightly, which could suffocate the roots. If the site is windy, as is common along Florida's beaches or the breezy islands of Hawaii, a stake is driven in and the young plant is tied to it. This prevents the seedling from shaking and allows the roots to anchor firmly and the trunk to grow straight. Right after filling the hole, the soil is watered thoroughly for the first time so that it wraps closely around the nut. From then on, the soil must be kept consistently moist, never completely dry, but also never waterlogged. In hot, sunny weather, the base can be mulched with dry straw, leaves, or compost to conserve moisture and reduce weed competition. The principle is simple. Steady moisture is more important than heavy but irregular watering. After about 3 to 4 months, The first green shoot pushes its way out of the dry husk. At this stage, the soil around the base is kept free of weeds, and moisture is maintained consistently. The roots are still delicate, so deep digging should be avoided to prevent breakage. This is a sensitive period, and stability in water, soil, and wind will determine the strength of the tree in the long run. Every week, the grower checks soil moisture, the firmness of the base, and the alignment of the plant. If the young trunk begins to lean due to coastal winds, the ties on the support stake are adjusted to keep it balanced, done gently to avoid scratching the bark. When the surface soil starts to crack, a thin layer of soil mixed with compost is added around the base to maintain looseness. When the plant develops 2 to 3 true leaves, a light ring of organic matter can be applied around the base. Watering is adjusted, more on sunny days, less or none on rainy days to avoid waterlogging. From this point, the routine shifts gradually into long-term care, protecting against salty winds, adding organic matter, managing weeds. But the most important foundation has already been set. The correct hole depth, the proper orientation of the seed nut, strong support at the base, and consistent moisture. During the establishment stage, a coconut tree needs abundant water so that its roots can grow deep and strong. Farmers usually keep the soil evenly moist throughout the year, especially during periods of intense heat. As the tree grows larger, they dig drainage trenches around the base to prevent waterlogging, while also keeping the soil loose and well aerated. Alongside irrigation, regular fertilization plays a decisive role. Organic compost is used to nourish the soil in the long term, while potassium and nitrogen help the coconuts hold sweeter water, develop thicker flesh, and achieve a richer flavor. Each year, farmers divide the fertilizer into smaller portions, spreading it evenly around the canopy, and then lightly till the soil so that the nutrients seep down into the roots. As the coconut tree develops, it faces many enemies. Stem borers tunnel inside the trunk, weakening the tree. Rhinoceros beetles chew through young leaves, leaving gaps in the crown. And fungal infections attack the roots, causing yellowing leaves and base rot. Farmers in Florida and Hawaii often combine biological control methods, such as raising natural predators to destroy beetle eggs, with manual practices, removing and burning diseased leaves, cleaning up the plantation to keep the trees healthy. After about 4 to 6 years of care, the coconut tree begins to flower. Clusters of yellow blossoms hidden inside the leaf sheaths gradually form bunches of fruit. Each bunch can hold dozens of coconuts, and once the tree reaches maturity, it can produce between 50 and 150 fruits per year, continuing this cycle for several decades. In the United States, coconuts grown in Florida tend to produce fruits with more refreshing water, perfect for drinking fresh. Meanwhile, in Hawaii, coconuts are harvested not only for their water but also for their flesh, which is used in tourism and processed into value-added products such as coconut oil, coconut milk, and dried coconut. Each region brings its own distinctive flavor, but they share one thing in common: making the most out of this remarkable tree of life. Coconuts are divided into different stages, and the time of harvest depends directly on their intended use. For young coconuts, after about 6 to 7 months from the time the flowers set fruit, the coconuts already contain plenty of clear, sweet, and refreshing water, making them ideal for cutting and serving as a drink. In contrast, mature coconuts need to remain on the tree for 10 to 12 months when the flesh becomes firm, thick, and rich in oil, perfect for processing into dried coconut, coconut oil, or other industrial products. This difference allows farmers to adjust their harvest schedules to match market demand. When it comes to harvesting methods, the practice is tied to many unique and memorable images. Traditionally, farmers climb directly up the tall, slender trunks armed with only a sharp knife or sickle. With swift and skillful movements, they cut down entire clusters of coconuts, letting them fall to the ground. Their agility often makes onlookers think of a squirrel darting gracefully from branch to branch. In many regions, to reduce the danger, people use iron climbing frames, safety ropes, or hire professional climbers trained in safe harvesting techniques. One particularly fascinating detail is that in Thailand and some other countries, monkeys are even trained to harvest coconuts. These nimble animals can scamper up the tree, twist the coconuts until the stems snap, and greatly reduce human labor. However, this method has also sparked heated debate about animal rights in modern society. Right after harvesting, coconuts cannot be sent straight to processing plants. They first go through a preliminary stage. The initial step is sorting. Young coconuts are set aside for drinking purposes, while mature ones are reserved for industrial processing. Each coconut is then washed to remove dirt and sand clinging to the husk, before being packed into sacks or neatly stacked in transport crates. From there, specialized trucks deliver the coconuts to factories, beginning the next stage of processing that transforms them into a wide range of products for the global market. After being harvested and transported, coconuts enter the process of modern industrial production. Each coconut is used to its fullest potential, with virtually no part going to waste. The first step is removing the husk. The thick, fibrous outer layer is fed into specialized peeling machines. These coconut fibers are then processed and turned into economically valuable products such as coir ropes, floor mats, or agricultural materials used to retain soil moisture. Next comes the shell separation stage. The hard inner shell is crushed and repurposed into high-value coconut shell charcoal, well known for its long burning time and strong heat output. In addition, many craft workshops use coconut shells to create unique handicrafts, such as bowls, spoons, and decorative items. Once the husk and shell are removed, the pure white coconut meat is extracted. This is the most important part of the fruit, processed in a variety of ways. Pressed to produce pure coconut oil, ground and filtered into coconut milk for cooking, or dried to produce desiccated coconut used in the global confectionery and food industry. With modern technology, factories often use cold pressing methods to extract coconut oil. Because no high heat is applied, the natural nutrients, flavor, and distinctive aroma of the oil are preserved. Similarly, cold drying the coconut meat keeps its bright white color, crisp texture, and nutritional value, making it suitable for export. The entire production process is strictly monitored under international standards, such as HACCP and ISO. This ensures that the products meet stringent food safety requirements, paving the way for coconuts and coconut-based goods to reach markets all over the world. A particularly fascinating point is that no part of the coconut goes to waste. The husk becomes raw material. The shell is transformed into charcoal or handicrafts. The meat fuels the food industry, and even the coconut water is processed into beverages. Altogether, this forms a closed-loop cycle, showcasing creativity and efficiency in the coconut processing industry. From what seems like a simple coconut, people have created an astonishing variety of products, spanning food, cosmetics, handicrafts, industry, and even agriculture. In the field of food and beverages, coconuts are simply irreplaceable. Fresh coconut water is canned and sterilized, becoming a refreshing drink enjoyed worldwide. From coconut meat, people make coconut milk, a familiar ingredient in curries, soups, and desserts. Pure coconut oil is used in cooking, both to enhance flavor and to add nutrition. In addition, coconut meat is transformed into colorful coconut candies and sweets for festive occasions, into chewy coconut toffees that are culinary specialties in many countries, or into desiccated coconut widely used in the global confectionery industry. In cosmetics and healthcare, coconuts play an equally important role. Coconut oil is used as a natural treatment for hair and skin, helping to soften and protect the body. Many lotions, lip balms, and organic soaps list coconut oil as a key ingredient. Especially notable is coconut shell charcoal, which is activated to create a powerful absorbent widely applied in medicine for detoxification, as well as in water and air purification industries. In household goods and handicrafts, the sturdy coconut shell is crafted into bowls, spoons, chopsticks, and even handbags or decorative lamps with artistic value. The fibrous husk is repurposed into floor mats, mattresses, ropes, and other durable products for everyday life. These handcrafted items not only serve practical purposes, but also carry deep cultural traditions. In agriculture and industry, coconut coir is processed into growing mediums for clean and sustainable vegetable farming, serving as a soil substitute that retains moisture and is environmentally friendly. Both the hard shell and the fibers are recycled into biochar, a renewable energy source that helps reduce pollution. This marks an important step as modern industries move toward green and sustainable production. Because nearly every part of the coconut can be put to use, it has rightfully earned the title, the Tree of Life. Each coconut product not only brings economic value, but also reflects the creativity, skill, and ingenuity of humankind in making the most of nature's gifts. The coconut tree is not just another plant that happens to grow in tropical lands. It stands as living proof of the bond between nature and humanity, where every drop of water and every strand of fiber can be transformed into something of value. Looking at the journey of the coconut, we learn a powerful lesson. Everything in life, when cherished and used wisely, can become a source of sustenance and a source of inspiration. If you find this journey meaningful, share your thoughts in the comments below. And do not forget to hit like and subscribe, because we will continue to take you around the world, discovering simple things that hold extraordinary power. Let us spread this appreciation for nature together, so that every time you hold a coconut in your hand, you will remember it is not just a fruit, but a living story of humankind.